Hi, I am back at it again, and maybe you'll be better this time. So, last time, failure, but I kept doing it every day so far. And on one of the days, I think perhaps 2 days ago, when I did it, I came up with multiple solutions for the question, and I was on a roll, so I did another question, and I also got that one right, and that was a medium question. So, today, I am going to try my luck. Sometimes I can't speak English. I am going to try my luck on an easy question. I don't know how it will go, so let's see. Let's see how it goes, right? Let's see how it goes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do that is different than what I did last time was I am going to actually work the problem out on my tablet the whole time before I even start coding, because I was watching a video and I was like, in technical interviews, like don't just start typing, and that's my habit. I just start typing because I see a question, I'm like, this is solvable. I do it in my head, so then I can write it in code. There are also some data structures in Python, some different types of lists that I'm not too sure of, so I need to kind of learn that as well. Learn those as well to try to do better. Okay, the question states, given two integer arrays, num1 and num2, return an array of their intersection. Each element in the result must appear as many times as it shows in both arrays, and you may return the result in any order. So, first one, we have our input, nums1 is equal to 1, 2, 2, 1. And nums2 is equal to just 2, 2. And then our output is 2, 2. How would I go about this? My first guess is to kind of match it. But that would be using a key value pair, hash, and I'm not too familiar with hash in Python. With my last video, I kind of know Python. I haven't done it in a while. I haven't used Python in a really long time. Not too long actually, but it's not my main language. But I want to do the technical interviews in Python because I just like how it's written. It's more so high level. But yeah, I want to use Python, so I'm not sure too much of how to implement.
This is editor me recording, and I am so mad right now because if I had just stuck to my guns and have actually learned how to do a hash set in Python, I could have avoided the next 50 minutes of me trying to solve this problem. I should have just done with my first, because I ended up doing a hash set anyways. So I should have just kept going with that, my first instinct, and I've just done a hash set. But that didn't happen. However, I'm just gonna go and show you guys the solved way and maybe a little bit of clips. So first lesson in this, stick to your guns. You're smart. You already know kind of what you're doing. So once you get an idea in your head, you're a problem solver. Just use your problem solving skills that you already have to freaking solve the problem, because obviously it's just gonna come to you. Can't believe this.
Wait, sorry. If nums, I'm gonna use that next year. Is it 5? And this is 3. Okay, so let's say considerations from today. So I'm gonna finish 2. Unfortunately, 2 to do. I'll be back. I ended up going to New York on a trip, and I was working on it during that trip on my phone. This is the first time I've ever done LeetCode on my phone, so you can see like the process of me kind of trying to figure it out then, and I wasn't paying full attention during that, and so obviously I don't think I came to the result then. Hi everyone, I'm back again, and it's been a really long time since I solved this question, and no doubt I have to go back to it. So here is my solution. Like I said, I would show you guys. It's a really bad solution. I gotta make it better some other day. Okay, so I am going to LeetCode. There we go. And so it shows the question here, and I'm gonna reread the question. It's been a while, so I don't really remember it. So So it's given two integer arrays, num1 and num2. Return an array of their intersection. Each element in the result must appear as many times as it shows in both arrays, and you may return the result in any order. So the first input is num1, 1 2 2 1, and then nums2 is 2 2, and then 2 2 here is here, and 2 2 is here. So that's why we return 2 2. Then we have 4 9 5, and then we have 9 4 9 8 4. And so we have 4 9 in both of these, and that appears only once. So we get 4 9, and this is 9 4. Cool. And so I'm gonna look into my submissions. I'm gonna look into the submissions, and these were all the times I tried. This was before I went on the trip, and then this was the day after, actually the last day of the trip. So this is in an airport that I wrote this up, probably. Okay, so I'm going to my accepted, and there we go. So you should see it here. I really hope I'm recording. So you should see it here, right? So as you can see, it's the worst solution possible, but I'm still proud of myself that I came up with a solution. And this was a while back. I have been trying to practice technical interviews like almost every day. I have been doing it, and I think right after I solved this one, I went to the next problem, and then I solved it in like 2 minutes, and it was the best solution you could come up with. So this was like in the beginning where, you know, my results were kind of all over the place, but I am improving quite a lot, and this is just, you know, where I was then. So this was the solution I came up with. So it was intersect, and then I created two counter hash maps or dictionaries, and this is an import counter from collections, and this is in Python. So I created a nums dict counter nums1, and then nums2 dict counter nums2. So this is gonna take, let's say, I'm gonna go back to the description. So let's say we have this, right? So it's gonna take this one, and it's gonna say 1:2, and then because it appears twice, right? So we have 1 1, so that's why we do that. And then we have 2 here, and then so it's gonna also be 2:2 because it also appears 2. This is kind of a bad example because we have 2 here. So let's look at 4. So we have 4. This is gonna be 4:1 because 4 only appears once, and in here it's going to be 4:2 because 4 appears twice here. So that's what I was doing. So let's go back to my solution. And so I have my answer, and then I'm saying my answer should be an array, right? Because I'm trying to return an array in any order of the intersections of the two arrays, right? So I'm going to say for key value in a nums1, and then dict the items. And this basically takes, you know, each value in the hash map and the dictionary, and then it gives you like the key and the value of that, so you're accessing the key and the value. And then I'm saying like for key 1 value 1 in nums2 dict the items, and so this is a double for loop, so that's why it ended up all the way in the end, because I believe the time complexity of this solution will be O of n squared. I believe it would have been better if I took the shorter array and then kind of use that some way, but because I did it brute force, this is the way it went. So I have the 4 key 1 value 1 in my nums2 dict items, and it says if the key is equal to key 1, and then if a value is equal to value 1. So I'm saying if the key is equal to that number, and if that value is the same amount, then I'm gonna say do another for loop. This is so bad, y'all. So I'm gonna do another for loop, and the range is gonna be the value. And so, oh, that's kind of insane. Why did I do that? So the range is gonna be for twice, and then I'm gonna, let's say it appears 2 times, right? let's say it's up 4, let's say 2, like this example here, right? So, oh, you can't see what I'm seeing. So I mean, for this example here, we have 2 2s and 2. So this, in this key, the key is 2 and the value is also 2 because it appears twice. So I'm saying for this, then go through, do this 2 times, and then ans dot append the key. So I'm gonna append the key twice because it's the same as the value. Okay, and I'm gonna say go through this and ans append the key. So that was my for that case here that I just showed you. And then for the next one, I'm gonna say L if the value 1 is less than value 2, right? Value 1 is less than the value, right? So in our situation, there we go. So value 1 is less than value. So I'm gonna say for I in range, if it's less than that, then ans dot append the key because the value 1 is less than it, so we want to append it however much times it shows up in the smaller one. So that's why I'm saying the best case would be if you are only focusing on the smaller array. So yeah, so range value 1 ans dot append the key. And then the next one would be to say, oh, L if this value, let's say, is the other way around in this array, let's say this was nums 2 and this was nums 1, if this one is less than, value 1, then do it the other way around and then dot appends the key. And then at the end, we are appending all these numbers. It doesn't care about the order of it. So what's going to happen is you're just going to return that answer. So that was my solution when I was working on it back then, and I've improved a lot since then, so please give me a lot of leeway, and I got way better. So yeah, that's an explanation of my thing. I'm just gonna post it. I'm just gonna post this video. Hope you can hear me.